what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you all are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 69,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we're talking about another scary story. And this scary story is called Clap, Clap. So the story of Clap, Clap is about a married man and woman who went out hiking in the mountains, and they got lost when they come across an old cabin. So this husband and wife, they were out in the mountains hiking, going on a little romantic nature tour, when all of a sudden they realized they weren't where they predicted to be by now, and the sun was starting to set. That was when they realized, oh crap, we're lost. The wife started to freak out a little bit. She was like, great, what are we gonna do? We don't have a map, we don't have nothing to help us get out of here, we don't even have flashlights, and it's getting dark, we're gonna be in the pitch black. The husband was also a little worried, but he was like being the man, trying to calm his wife down. He's like, we're gonna get out of here, stop your worrying, stop being such a girl, gosh. However, more and more hours pass, and before they know it, it is getting really dark. So dark that it's unsafe out there because they couldn't see where they were. They couldn't see if there was animals out there. They could be walking off the edge of a cliff, and it was just too dangerous. So they were getting really desperate. They were just going round and round in circles. All the trees just looked exactly the same. They were like, great, what are we gonna do? All of a sudden, they come across a clearing in the trees where they find an old abandoned cabin, which looks like it's seen better days. This place looked extremely dilapidated. The windows were all cracked, the tiles were falling off the roof, but they had no choice. They had to go in there. So the husband went over and knocked on the door, but surprise, surprise, nobody was home. So they just let themselves in. They had to get out of the darkness. It was getting really dangerous outside. There could be extremely dangerous animals out there. And psychopathic people, so they had to get inside. Upon entering the creaky door, they seen that the place looked really bad. Like everything was destroyed, everything was moldy and decomposing and rotting, and the floor was covered in dust. They looked around for a couple minutes and picked up on the smell. It was really musty, and they were like, you know what? We have to. We've got no choice. We can stay here till morning. When the sun comes up, we'll get the heck out of here. While they were looking around, they noticed there was graffiti all over the place in red paint that said, death, 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 all over the place. This made them feel a little more uncomfortable than they already did, but when the husband reached out to the wall, he was horrified to find that the paint was still wet. Now, despite all the creepy stuff going on, they decided they had no choice but to stay the night. So they wrapped up with an old carpet and kept it around them to stay warm. They were laying on a nasty mattress that was covered in moth holes and stains, and just, it was really nasty. Somehow, I don't know how, they eventually fell asleep. So a couple hours later, it is after midnight. It is completely pitch black outside, and the couple are awoken by noises outside. Did you hear that? Said the wife. I think there's somebody out there. What do we do? The husband said, leave it to me, honey. I'll check out there. The husband stood by the window and was listening carefully when he didn't hear nothing at first. And he definitely couldn't see anything. It was completely pitch black. He couldn't even see the trees. It was so dark. Before going back to bed, he decided to call out the window. So he opened the window and said, hello, is there anybody out there? When nobody answered, he decided to go to bed. But his wife said, what if it's somebody that can't talk? So the husband said, okay, I'll go and check again. He went back over to the window and said, who's there? If there is someone out there, clap once for yes and twice for no. Out in the distance, he heard. The husband turned back to the wife in shock and said, you were right, there is somebody out there. He stood there straining his eyes, trying to see if he could see anybody, but he couldn't see anything at all. Then he called out, are you the owner of the cabin? And in return, he heard, which means no. Are you a man? No. Are you a woman? No. Are you human? No. A huge chill went down his spine. He found it hard to swallow this thick lump in his throat, and he called out again. Did you come here alone? No. Chills! How many of you are there? Clap once for each of you. And he heard. Kept going on and on and on and on and on, and that's freaking terrifying. Oh my god, that is so terrifying. I would love to know what happened next. If this is another one of those stories, just like yesterday's video. It's like, it leaves you wondering, and I hate them, but I love them at the same time. My god, I really want to know what the outcome was. Did they manage to live until morning? Did they see what was going on out there? This kind of reminded me of the video I did for Paranormal America when I did the I think it was the Rathdrum Witches from Idaho, and I just remember this is exactly what I thought when I was thinking of the Rathdrum Witches. I was imagining like the way they used to stand in the trees and people could see them all in the trees in the distance, and they would like circle around with their hoods up. That's kind of what I imagined it like, this story. I imagined people like in those like those what are they called? Those like, I don't know, where they wear those hoods that like have a point, not the KKK before anybody says that, not the but like that, like kind of like those kind of ritualistic kind of costume. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure you guys will let me know, but that's kind of what I imagine. Maybe it's some kind of like some kind of cult coming after them who live out there. Maybe they live in the cabin. I don't know, but this is a truly scary story, and I wanted to share it with you guys today. My question to all of you for question of the day is, do you believe this is a true story or not? I don't know. Do you know? Let me know in the comment section if you do, because that is question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below, and let's see if we can go for 10 million likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And remember, the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all.